saw that tech. Come through soon as I saw that tech. Come through soon as I saw that tech. Come through soon as I saw that tech. Might wake up back in New York like the jet and the cleaner crew be like making a mess.
Alright, so this is gonna be an addendum to the other video, the tutorial I just made. We're gonna have a bit of a discussion on how this works. So, if you followed what I was telling you in the repack guide, once you see this thing say seating at 100%, you gotta press, you double click on this, and it'll bring up this menu, basically, where you save the torrent. And double click on setup. Now, on my screen, what'll probably pop up is a Windows Defender message. Oh, I guess not, thank God. So, occasionally what'll happen, and I think he mentions this in his, Anadius mentions this in his own tutorial, but Windows Defender, which is this, you should almost always, whenever you're installing something that's from, a repack or any pirated source that you can trust, turn real-time protection off. I know that might sound like I'm telling you to, yes, I want you to get a virus on your computer. No, these things are never viruses. You can scan them with other pieces of software or upload them to virus scanners online, and they will almost always come back clean. If they do send a false positive, it's almost always because there's a crack involved. Like Windows Defender tends to just get rid of things that are cracked because, again, they don't want to be held liable for when you're using their piece of software, downloading someone else's paid piece of software. So they go ahead and always, they flag it as being a virus when it's not a virus. Like a crack can't ever be a virus because that's definitionally not what a virus is. A computer virus, anyways. So once that's done, press OK because you want it in English. I don't really want to hear the music. Now, follow the instructions. Basically, all of this will make sense once you read it. This text is always the exact same on every single installer for any repack you download from FitGirl. So, once you've seen it once, you know how this works for each and every single one that's on her website. If you have a low memory machine, so 8 GB of RAM or less, the way you tell is by going into settings. Sorry, I have caps lock on because I was playing the game earlier. I hate this shit sometimes. Go to system about, and then look up install RAM. That's how much I have. So I have a 12 GB graphic card for VRAM, but that's not what we're looking at. We are looking specifically for installed RAM, or I guess what you would call memram, which I have 32 GB of. You probably won't have that much. Sorry, you probably won't have that much, because that's a large amount for basically anything. Right now, I mean, 64 and 32 are kind of future-proofing, but minimum nowadays tends to be considered 16 GB or less. But the real, standard is still 8 GB of RAM for most normal people who don't care about playing games. But if you have a low memory machine, click this to limit the amount of RAM that the installer will use by 2 GB. If you don't, it'll use a lot more memory in trying to download the full thing. It'll be faster, but as it says, it will also be more, it'll be less stable. So if you click this, it'll be slower, but it'll be more stable, and it won't make your machine constantly freeze up and stuff. I don't care because I have plenty of RAM for this thing to use. Me personally, I don't ever create a desktop icon for these games because I use Play Night, and that kind of defeats the purpose of it. But I also would recommend not creating a start menu folder. This isn't Windows XP. We don't really need a start menu folder for every single game that we make. Start menu folders being the ones that you can go into here, by the way. So, a lot of these GOG games will always have start menu folders, so you can start the game from your start menu if you want. But me personally, again, I just use Play Night, or Steam as a launcher, so I don't really need it. I would recommend, if you're going to install any large enough game that's 70 plus, 50 plus gigabytes, install it on an SSD like this one. I don't care because I'm not actually going to play this game. I'm going to uninstall this immediately after I get done with this part of the tutorial. So I'm going to install it on my hard drive, specifically in my games folder. Then you press next. Now this part is extremely important, so pay attention. If you don't care about any of these bonus stuff, I don't want the bonus soundtracks. That's just extra, it's going to just take up extra space on my hard drive. I don't really care. If you don't speak English and you have some other language that you speak, choose it here. This is where you choose what game language. So Russian, Spanish, German, French, Italian, Portuguese, Polish, Czech, Dutch, Danish, Finnish, Norwegian, Swedish, etc., etc. We're going to choose English because you hear me. And now this part. So if your computer can run The Sims already, you don't have to worry about this because that means, so if you are moving from a legit installation to a repack, you can untick all of these. This won't matter anymore. Because basically all these are what they call redistributables, which are a redis, which is the underlying code that makes the game basically function. And sometimes it has to draw from specific, let's say, pools of code that are already installed on your computer. In this case, these are Visual Code C++ redistributions that are installed straight from Microsoft.com. they tend to be downloaded depending on which architecture CPU you have. So if you do need to install them, but you have a CPU that is 64-bit, I'm not going to tell you how to figure that out. I feel like that's fairly obvious, and plus most computers nowadays are 64-bit. You will know, I'll just put it that way, if you have an 86-bit computer or 32. Then just install the 64-bit. If, again, you know that you have the Legacy Edition version, or you're playing the game off of a 68 x68 architecture GPU or 32-bit GPU, then click these, because it won't work for... You can install both of them if you have the 64 machine, but the 64 will not work on an 86 machine, and that's it. And once you're done with that, I don't really need DirectX installed. DirectX is, again, another redistributable that a lot of games use. If you're playing on controller, you definitely want to click this. If you're just going to use the mouse and keyboard, if you don't have it updated, I would still update it, but you should really make sure. I would update it even if I knew I was good if I was going to use controller, just to be safe not sorry. There are two different ways you can also do the installation. So you can do the default, which you can modify yourself, or you can just do an installation with all the software updates installed. Again, my default installation, I'm not going to do any of this because that's just going to take up space, and then install. And I'm going to cut to when eventually the game will be finished on my computer. So I'll see you then. All we gotta do is... Oh, okay. Alright, we're done. Alright. Back at it. So, I went to go finagle around and talk to some folks. But, so, what it'll do now once you're finished with a setup from FitGirl is it'll say, open FitGirl's repack list, redirect fake FitGirl sites to the real one. If this is your first time doing a FitGirl install, don't, uncheck this. This is just basically like an ad for the website. But always, for the first time you've ever done it, check this one. Because there are people out there that have used FitGirl's name to basically put out repacks that are fake, or contain viruses, or are just adware / or contain ransomware, you know. I told it not to... I fucking love this game so much. I told it not to make a fucking, a file, a shortcut on my desktop, and it still did it. But I would say, if it's your first time, always click the redirect fake FitGirl sites to the real one. That way, whenever you do click on a fake link, it'll always just send you to the real, it'll always send you to the real website. And then, finally, if you want to immediately start playing the game after you get your repack installed, you can click and launch The Sims 4, and that'll open the game immediately. I'm not, because there's no point. Now, here we go. What this is a software known as Quick SFV. The basic gist of what this piece of software does is it checks your game files after you've installed something from a FitGirl installation, or just, I think, any major repack installer tends to put some type of file checker with their repack. What it'll do is it'll go through each one of the completed files and check every single one in case that there's any issues with files being corrupted, yada yada yada. I know my internet's good enough to the point where there should have been no corrupted files. This takes forever. The only real times this tends to ever give you anything that's bad or missing is if there are optional languages or other things that you didn't download that you didn't really need to. It'll flag it as it's missing or something, but it's really a false positive. Or in this case, a false negative, because we don't need it in the first place. So I'm gonna just exit out, and you can just exit out of it. It'll basically close the launcher or the installer after that. And now, sorry guys, I am not seeding a 40 gigabyte fucking file. If you want to remove anything, click that button I just showed that says remove the actual files from your hard drive as well. It'll get rid of everything. So basically now I have my disk back, and it's no longer at drowning because of The Sims. But now this one is, because 70 gigabytes are now dedicated to The Sims 4. Now, as you can see, as you people that have played The Sims legit and have used Anadius' tools probably know, these are a bunch of DLC packs and other bullshit that The Sims has already installed with it. Now, the repack actually comes with a lot of the tools that Anadius would install portably or separately from a legit install. Because again, these repacks tend to be his repacks. So, in terms of just getting the game to work and stuff, all you really gotta do is one of two things. So you can either just click on the shortcut that appears if you want a shortcut to appear. I'm going to open the file location to show you where it is in the game bin, and that's right here. You definitely always want to click the launcher, because that's what's primarily going to give you the options and stuff. So, that was in black for a second. If you want to start the game online, this will enable online features. Then you can press start online, start offline, and create shortcuts. it'll create 2 shortcuts that skip this dialogue. For all intents and purposes, you can still start the game online. Like I said before, I would highly recommend, if you do, to be using an account that is not something you would be missing if it got immediately sniped off the face of the planet. I really don't care, so I'm just gonna press start online. And it'll ask you to get your remake cookie. Now, thank God this isn't a part of his online stuff, because it would have been dead, but so the login mode only works if you have a legit game on your EA account. I don't recommend doing this on an account that has games you paid for, because, again, Sims 4 is free. This was made for The Sims 4. The base game is free, so you risk nothing. Simply create a throwaway account and add the game to it. So far, there are no bans using this, but EA will ban you for using a temporary email address when registering a new EA account. EA doesn't like VPNs, so don't use them when registering nor when playing the game. The video guide at the bottom of the page. Windows users can get the remake cookie with my remake cookie grabber. Currently, the way you get that is you can't get it from, I don't know if the GitHub is actually still even active, is it? Yeah, no, it's 404s. I'll show you where they get it. So, again, go to Steam Underground, main forum, see if it's back up on the front page. It is. Laughing to the bank. We're gonna go to Anadius's, farewell statement, because it is actually where you get the remake cookie grabber, right here. So, you can download it, install it. Should come up with this Python. What I'm gonna do, for all intents and purposes, is just make a folder in the Python folder of Sims 4 called remade cookie grabber. Oops, sorry, I think I hit my mic there for a second. Put all the files in there, and then we can just follow the instructions. Download the EA app, log in with your existing Sims account, search for the Sims 4, click downloads. Since you see downloads, option window, close it, optional sign out and uninstall EA app. Go to EA.com, log in, remember the check me box, or the check the remember me box, go to the accounts.ea, error message normal, proceed to the next step. Press F12 to open the browser console, Control-Shift-I in most browsers, to Option Command-I on Macs. Safari, but if you're a Firefox user, click on Storage tab. If you're Chrome Opera Edge, click on Applications tab. If you don't see it, click this button first. And by apps, he means this. Expand the cookies menu on the left, click on the little arrow and select the first entry below, and Safari just click cookies. Not sure where is that? What? Maybe it's updated since the last time he wrote these instructions. Has it? Oh, yeah, that's why. Expand the cookies menu. I'll find that. Hold on, give me a second. Copy the value of the remade cookie to the volume column. Try double-clicking the cell bottom to the text. Oh, so that's in the console, so, okay, ignore me, I'm being stupid. If the remake cookie is missing, clear your browser. Am I really about to do a whole... You know what? Fine. The things I do for you people. Let's do this. I'm immediately uninstalling this after I get this shit finished. I'm sorry, I can't do this. Mainly because I don't use the EA app for anything, like I said before. I don't play any games that are made by EA, and I just think it's, again, I think they are the gaming version of Satan themselves. They are terrible. Like, they're widely known for being responsible for, like, some of the worst practices in the industry as a whole. I mean, the fact that they're nickel and diming y'all for $40 DLC should be kind of a big, like, hint at that, but, alright, so let's do this. It's probably gonna come up with a login screen next, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. I'm just gonna create an account. I'm gonna use one of my fucking bullshit throwaway emails. Make up some shit. $10.99. Oh, and it's gonna ask for my email. Do I use my real email? Okay, give me a second. I actually hate this fucking app. I'm uninstalling this so quick. I don't even know what the issue was. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. Wow. Okay, it's telling me that my password that I just made is not working. I hate this so much. I don't even care about that showing all the password, because again, I'm not using this account, so... Okay, so, found it. Let's just do what the thing says. Alright, so, again, let's do some reading, y'all. So, I gotta search for The Sims 4. No, The Sims 3, that's an actual good game. So, click on the download button. Then it says download options window, close it. And then you can sign out. And then I will uninstall the EA. I will literally show you guys me uninstalling. Or wait, I just saw it. What was it? Add or remove programs? Yeah, there it is. Get the fuck off my computer. Goodbye. Not even kinda sad about that. Yes, I'm ready. Face ass. Like, not even kinda. I don't even kinda want this garbage on my computer. Get shit off. Alright. Go to httpsea.com. Gotcha. Log in. Ooh. Oh, it already knew? What account did it sign into? Did it actually... Wait, no, that's my real email. Oh, no, these niggas sent me some... Hold on, I gotta switch my fucking... Or wait, did it? Hold on, let's see. Did it use my bum email? I don't care about? Oh, it did. Okay, cool. For a second, I got spooked. I thought that was my real email. For a second. Yep, alright, cool. We got it. Go to accountsea.connect. Alright, the add arrow code. I'm getting homebrew 3DS vibes from this. Press F12 to open the console launch box. Then we go to either 3 dots, or did he say the plus button? Wait, I'm adding. This is no. Wait, that's not what I want. I forgot how to fucking delete shit. It's been so long since I've actually used browser console. Click on the applications tab. Ah, here it is. Then we go to expand cookies menu on the left. Yay. Then we're looking for remid. If the remid cookie is missing, clear browser cookies and try logging in with your email and password. You can also check on instructions in a private incognito folder. I don't want to clear my browser cookies. I'm logged in a lot of things. Let's just do this. Let's try it again. Let's do this on a one that doesn't have anything that would fuck up with the cookies. Sign into the worst email. I was expecting to see a much faster process. I'm not gonna hold you. Okay, then click this. Wrong thing. There. Try F12 again. There it is. Got it. Copy. Bellamo. If that did it, chat. Oh boy. Now keep in mind, I have not done any of the updates to this game yet. So if it looks funky, or I don't know what the fuck the Sims 4 looks like, then, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But let's see what it does. Let's see if I'm goated at this. Oh my god. Oh, I am. Oh my goodness. I'm the GOAT, bro. Fuck this company. Fuck my left and right. What is it doing to my... Bruh, alright. I don't like this, bruh. I'm not a fan. Oh, 2017. That can't be right. Oh, that's how I know this is old as fuck, right? Unless that's the... No, that's not the year this game came out. This game came out in like 2016, right? Came out, I think, before 2016. I think it came out in 2014. Oh, what? It's downloading new content in the background. But you see that my thing is messed up. Apparently I can go to the gallery. For whatever reason. I'm not going to actually do anything. But as you can see, I can look at all these people's whole accounts and shit. Damn, it doesn't look like this game has changed its graphics in literally a decade. It looks the exact same as what it did when it came out, bruh. Unless I'm just like, I'm tweaking, bruh. Base game. What the, let me put in adventure weight, so I know that's a... Fuck. Y'all are a special bunch, bruh. I'll leave again. So what I'm about to show you guys now, while my computer seems to be going off the fucking Mars with the amount of fucking noise my fan is making. This is not a graphically intense game. Why is it acting like I'm playing fucking Cyberpunk? Alright. All that's done, so you can do it too. What that proves is you, dear viewer, who has not touched anything from this website probably before. Also, you should also make an account for Steam Underground, by the way. It's not very hard. I don't remember if they have like a waiting process or anything, but it's extremely simple. I might even throw this in the description if I can. I don't know if they'll me for that, but I think I can just like find some kind of file hoster, a mega link, throw that down there for y'all so you can do it. Alright, so, let's get to the other half of what I was discussing in the updating portion. Now, we like to talk a lot about how, oh, forgive me, I did not mean to hit that. I was talking a lot about how these downloads are very important in order to get the updates. So I'm going to show you a couple of them. Let's see how big they are. Oh, I can do all of these. My internet's fast enough. Yeah. Let's go ahead and uno. Fuck, they're getting bigger. God damn it. Dose. Let's see how far I can take it before my computer completely slows the internet down to a crawl in here. Oh, damn, why are they getting bigger, bro? The next one about to be a gigabyte, bro. I can just tell. Oh my god. I might have to cut this. I might have to cut this one. This ain't gonna end well. Alright, let's see. This one's at 89, this one's at 24, that one's 1. I'm gonna do this because this audience needs they need the help. They obviously need the help. And then, okay, this one's only half a gigabyte. I'm deleting all of these hoes. I can't wait to delete all the shit on the hard drive. Alright, give me a second. Actually, I can do the first one while the rest of these are downloading. That's another great thing about being able to do these manually. Is that I can do this while I'm waiting. So, this is this first one, right? Did I get this one? Okay, this is the last one. Alright, cool. Now we don't even need to look at this. Oh, by the way, you don't have to use this El Amigos file. You can use the room file too. They're the same thing. I mentioned this in the last one, but I feel like I need to reiterate again. If you see an or, it means both of these are cool. You can use both. So, let's show y'all how one of these installers work for a game that isn't Medieval's Blacksmithing. Or Medieval Blacksmith Simulator, or whatever I was using it. I think it was Medieval Blacksmith. So, when you get to an El Amigos download, again, it'll have this nice, installer prepped up and stuff. It'll say, you're installing Sim 4 update to this version on your computer. It is recommended that you close all applications before continuing. You don't have to if you have enough RAM. They're telling you that because they don't want you to start freaking out if your computer doesn't have enough RAM to get the download done in a fast manner. Update is designed for the version of the game that we just downloaded, right? The one that we just installed. Updating can take several minutes on a slow hard disk drive. I mentioned this before, but if you're downloading a game that's relatively large and has a lot of files going on and a lot of moving parts, I would recommend installing it on a solid disk drive. However, again, I'm getting rid of all of this shit after this. So I'm putting it on a relatively faster HDD. And I'm not about to explain what the difference between a solid state drive and a hard disk drive is. That you can go on the internet for that. It will automatically send it to this games file. And there are two ways you can really go about this. So you can either just install it within the default section and then drag all the contents into the folder where you have the Sims installed, or you can cut the middleman out, like I would recommend, and just install it in the same folder that the Sims is already in, and then it'll override. If it'll ask if it already exists, press yes. It's not gonna matter. I'm gonna say my username is the one that I've basically used for virtually everything ever. There we go. Now it'll extract it and install the update. And that's how it works for every single one of these. And I'm gonna go through every single one. So now the install is done. You can close this file out. Again, you should probably get WinRAR to do a lot of this stuff because it's great. It's very fast. It's not ass like 7-zip, but you didn't hear that from me. So yeah, this is the part that tends to take the longest, is when it's like waiting for the fucking last like 50 seconds for it to do whatever the fuck it's doing. The finishing installation portion of the install will probably take the longest. If you are on a Mac, and I thought about addressing this, you can also do all of this. None of this will be exclusive to Windows users. The issue is as a Mac user, you most likely are going to have to do a lot of this stuff using wine wraps, which, if you don't know what that means, wine applications are Mac applications that are able to take a Windows application, because I don't know if you knew this, but .exe files don't work on a Mac, and .app files do not work on a Windows computer. As the name suggests, it wraps a .exe file in a .app file and allows you to run it. For the most part, that will work basically all the way up until you get to the installers. You should always wrap the installers. It'll always work because it's drawing from the same crap the rest of the stuff is using. So it'll virtually be the same thing. And then after that, you should be in the clear to run it. You're probably gonna also have to run The Sims as in a wrap, unless they have a repack for Mac, but I doubt it. Yeah, something tells me that she probably wouldn't. I mean, because again, I hate to be that guy, but if you're planning to do a lot of things regarding piracy / sailing on the 7 seas on a MacBook or iMac, you're gonna run into a lot of issues because the majority of people that will play these games and make the stuff that allows you to play these games do it on Windows computers. I'm not saying it's impossible, it's just gonna be fairly hard. Again, you don't need this. This is just like another ad. It's just gonna, like, if you click this, it'll just pop up the El Amigos official site. If you want, you can also verify all the game files. Really, I don't see the fucking point in that, because it's like, I don't care. And that's how you get the first one done, if I'm not mistaken. That was this one. Then you go to this one. Again, you have to do these in the order that they come out, right? So now this is gonna update it to this version, right? That's for this version. You want to always keep in mind what version of the game that you currently updated your thing to, because now we're going to update it again. It'll automatically change it always to, everything will eventually just say Priest Judah, but we're also doing these updates because, again, once we hit the latest update, we no longer need to do any of that stuff. It'll just work perfectly fine. And again, this has nothing to do with the online login portion of the game, right? Cannot stress to you this enough. That portion of the game and the updater are pretty much fine for right now until EA does some type of update to the game again. In that case, I would personally recommend that the folks whoever's taking over the Origin emulator and the Origin Unwrapper and the DLC unlocker, like that are maintaining it full time, whoever that may be at this point, give you guys the breakdown of how all those applications work on their backends manually, so that you're not up the creek when the updater, now that the updater's dead and they might update the game again, it might make some of the stuff like if they ever do any changes to the EA app that, were not foreseen by Anadius or any of the people in the team, you kind of need to tell people beforehand so they know how to edit their machines or keep their saves or whatever the fuck, right? Not mess up their entire setups. But yeah, so I'm gonna get through all of these and probably just listen to music while I'm doing this. So I will cut back to when I am done with all of this, so I can show you guys when we log into The Sims again, what version it'll be, and, it'll be the right version. Whew, that was a lot of singing, a lot of rhyme, a lot of rapping, a lot of producing. Took about, I'd say like 30-ish minutes total probably, of all the songs that I was doing. So, that is all of the updates. Now, get rid of all of these. Now if we go back to this folder, games, go to Sims again, go in our data folder. Client. I'm looking for, where is it? No, not Delta. I think it is. Where's the... Oh, right, game. Sorry. I was looking for it. I was like, where's the folder? Alright, launcher. Start online. And now, the last of my handiwork before I say hasta la vista to this game, for good, on my hard drive at least, is the check of whether or not all those updates worked. I mean, I've done this before with so many different games, I know it worked. Yeah, okay, we know. So it just really says copyright 2017. They don't update it to like every single year. Okay. What the fuck? Now, we got a bunch of different shit. Outdoor retreat. I don't know. What the... Herbalism skill? What the fuck? Get to work. Luxury party stuff. Perfect patio stuff. Spa day. Cool kitchen stuff. Spooky... Oh, good lord. No, is it not... Bro, they don't do this for every single one, right? Dude. Bruh. This is terrible, bro. This is wild. This is getting straight removed. I should say I'm a retriculated... and then that string of numbers. That's my, account. Bro, for real? Y'all are actual troopers, bro. If they ever did this shit to me in a video game, I'd quit immediately. If I was done this many pop-ups at the very beginning after I got, the Game of the Year edition for, Skyrim or some shit, the Anniversary edition, I would actually kill myself. They don't even do this. They say, oh yeah, we're gonna install everything for you. It's all in the creation tab. You don't have to do anything. Then they hit you with, welcome to The Sims 4 Riviera, Cozy Bistro, Love Struck. Fuck me. Bro, I'm just gonna spam the escape button, bro. This is actually fucking ridiculous. I know it's because I'm basically, we got all of them at the same time, but bruh. That was horrid. Alright, well, that's it. And we already have basically everything, as the game shows already. All the expansion packs, every game pass, game pack, every stuff pack, every kit, all the most popular packs, all the latest packs. We are ready to go in Gucci. You can play different scenarios. I don't even... What the fuck? Oh, great, now there's a story mode? There's a story mode? Like, what is happening, bro? And I believe the gallery is still completely functional. If I'm not mistaken. I'm probably wrong now. Oh, come on. Don't make me look bad in front of the audience, guys. Come on. So I was doing all that fun work. Oh, okay, but the hashtags are up there. No results found. What does that mean? Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Alright, the gallery works too, so you folks want to flex your stuff to other people on The Sims. There you go. I don't know why my name is that in the fucking... I think that's because of whatever my account name is on EA. But whatever it is, this game has never seen me ever play this shit. I'm not a big fan of God games that are not like 4X's, aka strategy games. So, you know, this is really for y'all. This is for the Sim girlies, like I said. And that's how you do it. That's how you install The Sims, get it on your system, with all of its updates, with the online completely functional, with all of the DLC. And if another DLC comes out, all you have to do is run... Over here, all you have to do is run the DLC. You can run the DLC toggler since we're on the cracked version, and it'll toggle whether or not the DLC needs to be on or off. You can also uninstall DLC. You can change the language. The updater, again, basically doesn't work, so don't even touch it at this point. If need be, I can send y'all places where you can get the download for the DLC unlocker. But the DLC file is also in here, and this is the file you need to edit in order to get all the DLC to properly function with Unlocker. I might make a separate video on that. I'm probably going to take a bit of a break from talking about a game I don't plan on playing. So, again, this basically was just the full tutorial, so have fun. And again, sail the 7 seas responsibly.
I can't play right now. Stand 2 feet on the ground, ain't no more people around. It makes it easier now. I wonder what everyone's seeing me now. State to state, I'm flying around, you get it. I gotta put it in their face, they get it. I can't put it no other way, I'm lit. I'm the only one left that's real. Got tired of standing still. Push up and your leg get peeled. I was lit before I signed the deal. Rolling weed out the vacuum seal. I had to skip a couple of meals till I made me a couple of meals. Yeah, nigga, I already went. Yeah. Shit been getting beautiful, I can't play right now. Stand 2 feet on the ground, ain't no more people around. It makes it easier now. I wonder what everyone's seeing me now. State to state, I'm flying around, you get it. I gotta put it in their face, they get it. I can't put it no other way, I'm lit. I'm the only one left that's real. Got tired of standing still. Push up and your leg get peeled. I was lit before I signed the deal. Rolling weed out the vacuum seal. I had to skip a couple of meals till I made me a couple of meals. Yeah, nigga, I already went.